Welcome to the Dawson's Creek podcast. Not with our special guest, Dave McGowan. Now, onto the show.
So how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hot, but
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
yeah. Well, what can you do? Hello and welcome to the Not Dawson's Creek podcast, a show where we interview your regular yet extraordinary Dawson Creek locals. I'm Grady McTavish, the host for this evening, joined, of course, by my main man, my guy on the side, Mr.
Me! Howdy, I'm Ryan Leewood.
All right. Today we have the privilege of talking to one of Dawson's most prolific writers and one of its most famous musicians. Please welcome our guest.
Thank you.
How are you?
So far, I'm doing quite well.
Good. So, Mr. Dave McGowan, is it Dawson's Creek or Dawson Creek?
It's certainly Dawson Creek, and it's not Dawson City either.
You know what's funny? We use that a lot in our movies, Dawson City. I don't know why. We try to make it a fictional spot, but then it always turns into Dawson City, and then we forget that's a real place.
I've done a couple medical things in Edmonton, and you go in there and you talk to the doctors, whatever they happen to be doing. Oh yeah, I come down from Dawson Creek, drove down this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have just this morning. You must have left awful early. No, not Dawson City.
So it's always either Dawson's Creek, it's always either Dawson City. We never get it to Dawson Creek. But before we get more into complaining about our wonderful town name, Dave, I want to kind of focus in on you. So, of course, at the top, I mentioned that you're a musician and you're also a very prolific writer in our area. Dave, were you born and raised in Dawson?
I was not. I was born in Collingwood General and Marine Hospital in 1949. And my family moved to the Peace River country, Fort St. John actually, in 1962. And the last couple of years of high school, I went to Fort St. John, North Peace High. And I actually moved to Dawson Creek in 1986. And then left in the 70s to play music in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Spent 2 years there and then moved to Ontario and spent 3 more years playing music in Ontario, Quebec, New York State.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then got a real job.
Being a writer, of course.
And no, I was in the welding supply business. And worked very hard at getting back to the Peace River country. I always wanted to come back here. I always wanted to go to a rodeo. I missed the rodeos.
Yeah.
And I've been back in the West since 1980.
Yeah.
And still haven't been to a rodeo.
Yeah. So the McGowans, they've been here for quite a while, right, in Dawson?
Oh, my dad's family. Well, that's a different family that you're referring to.
Oh, are there two separate McGowan clans that are not related?
Well, very distantly related. The McGowans that have been in Dawson Creek for a very long time, prior to 1986.
Not.
Ancestors came from Ireland in the 1830s,
Yeah.
and my ancestors came from Scotland in the early 1840s, actually.
Yeah. Wow.
So we're probably related, but 67 cousins twice removed or something. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Long time ago.
That's quite a few cousins. And so, going with that, obviously we're in the Peace, and it's mainly focused on agriculture and oil and gas and all that sort of stuff. But what I really admire about you is the fact that you're not only an artist in one form, you're also an artist in another. You're also, a musician and a writer. Where did this musician kind of, sort of, what would you call it, family gene, or I don't know why I'm doing this so much.
Because you're trying to like pull a word out of the air, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to make up crap in my head, which I often do. Dave, you know me for a little bit, so
Oh,
you
yeah.
know that's true. But where did this need to create art come from? Were your family?
Oh yeah, my mother was played piano and sang, but not very much. My dad played fiddle, plectrum banjo, guitar, and actually started me on guitar.
Yeah.
And they had a band called the McGowan Boys. My dad, my uncle, and my uncle's or aunt, my uncle's wife, and her brother. And then there's also McGowan Boys that existed in the 60s, and that's my uncle's kids, my cousins.
Right. And so you have this musician family. You guys come into the piece. When did you say what year that was?
We came in 62.
62. And then you stayed here till what time?
1970 I went to Vancouver,
What did you go there for?
play music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's the place,
Yeah.
except it wasn't.
What did you, what were the main differences between Dawson and Vancouver? Obviously, like the size, but in terms of like the people, the area, and why did you come back?
Always wanted to come back to the Peace Country because I always liked this country.
Yeah.
It's greener than just about any place else in Canada.
Yeah.
The long hours and the sunshine. You get great summers. There's lots of places where you get some pretty bad weather.
Yeah.
Out in the prairies, it's cold and windy in the
Yeah.
wintertime. And here it can be quite pleasant in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can get real cold,
Uh-huh.
but it's dry and it's a lot better than being rained on in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
down in the lower mainland, well, there's all of those weather problems,
Yeah.
and now they have an air quality difficulty. And
That seems to be an ongoing issue these days, especially up here.
but also the whole thing is liable to shake up and disappear in the Pacific Ocean here.
Yeah.
You
Right.
never know.
Yeah.
Tornadoes out on the prairies, even in Ontario.
Yeah.
We don't get that here.
No, we don't. And, with that, and, talking more about Dawson here, how old were you when you guys moved into the Peace area? You said you were born 49, so you were roughly...
I was 13 when we came here.
What was the area like?
Not near as populated as it is now.
What would you say the population was?
I'm not sure about Dawson Creek. I'm guessing maybe 5,000-6,000 at that time.
Oh, wow, so we probably doubled.
And Fort St. John was, well, it was around 14,000, but
Yeah.
about 3 or maybe 4,000 of those were oil workers that didn't consider themselves Peace Riverites. They were from Meadow Lake, Saskatchewan, or Northern Ontario a lot.
Oh, really?
A lot of people from Newfoundland.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
There was probably the population that there is now in Dawson Creek,
Yeah, yeah.
in Fort St. John at that time.
Yeah, yeah.
And the main street in Fort St. John was a four-way stop.
Yeah.
There was no lights there. I remember the first year we were here,
Yeah.
can't remember if it was 62 or 63,
Yeah.
there was all this talk about putting traffic lights on the main corner in Fort St. John.
Oh, really?
And my dad was saying how people would stop going down the street and there's a big puddle there, and you'd see somebody on the sidewalk and you'd stop and let them by before you went through the puddle. And,
They're so much nicer. They aim for the puddle nowadays, especially when I'm walking down the street. Or maybe that's just me.
I remember Dad saying, you get those lights in that everybody's talking about, there'll be no more of that.
And do you think that's true?
Oh, yes, for sure.
And so, you were also a wildfire firefighter. Is that correct?
Yeah, that would have been, I was way too young to be doing it, but I also looked way older than I was.
Yeah.
That would have been summer of '63. There was a fire at 68 and a half
Yeah.
on the Alaska Highway.
Uh-huh.
That's mile 68 and a half for
Yeah.
all you kilometer rates. But
So, are you a mile guy before you get into it? Are you a mile guy or a kilometer guy?
I'm a mile guy because I was raised in miles, and then in the 6 years or whatever I've spent in Windsor,
Yeah.
that's right across from Detroit, and everybody was talking miles and
Yeah.
Fahrenheit at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a kilometer or a mile guy?
I'm a kilometer guy.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah,
Neither one.
I'm the minority that pronounces it kilometer. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Well, it's like millimeter, decimeter, kilometer. It's not millimeter, right? That's sort of how I was raised. It's like, are you a millimeter guy, like, or a mile guy?
You're such a fascinating fellow. I apologize for
Sorry
going
about
so
that.
off course. But you were saying mile. Well, it's time for me to go. Yeah, Dave, I don't blame you. But you were saying that you were on, was it mile 68?
Yeah,
68 and a half.
We went
68
in
and a half.
Friday.
Yeah.
I had applied, and they picked us up Friday morning. We left the what do you call forestry building in Fort St. John at 10 o'clock, 9:30 maybe.
Yeah.
So that would have put us up at the fire site at about an hour later,
Right.
and set up these two big wall tents, and everybody's talking. And the one guy says, he turned to this one young fella. Most of the guys were Aboriginal, and as a matter of fact, the foreman was Aboriginal.
Yeah.
And I think there was 3 of us that were of European descent.
Yeah.
And this one guy, red-headed fella, he said to the foreman, he said, "I should warn you that I'm only 16. Well, you can stay here and help the cook. Charlie, you're the cook." And so I just kept my mouth shut because I was 14.
Really? How did you get in? You said you were older.
I
You were
looked
older
older.
than you looked, but you
Yeah.
were 14. What did you say your age was?
16.
You were 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, we were walking down towards the fire.
Yeah.
Had a shovel, and we're headed towards where this fire is. There was a D6 Caterpillar
Yeah.
supposedly cutting a fire line, but he was cutting it about a mile from the fire. So that by the time the fire got to the line he cut, it was roaring pretty good, and I jumped the line. But
Yeah.
anyway, we were walking down towards the fire, and
Yeah.
this foreman, he said, "How old are you?" I said, 16. "Well, you be careful out there." Okay, whatever.
Why did you have a desire to like go out and fight fires when you're 14? Was it just like a call to duty, or you just wanted to?
Because I wanted to have some decent clothes to wear, and the forestry paid, I think it was $1.65 an hour. Big bucks.
That's what we pay our Mac Wood crew.
So anyway, I worked on, and I was smoking then too.
Yeah.
Well, I smoked for probably 60 years,
Yeah.
but it seems to me it was just about 48 hours before we slept.
Yeah.
And sometime that afternoon, I asked the forestry guy showed up to see
Yeah.
how things are going,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I said, "Can you get me a carton of cigarettes?" And he said, "Sure." And he threw me a package.
Yeah.
And by the time Sunday rolled around and it rained, and we pretty well had her under control, about half of that carton was gone
Wow.
because we were working. You were completely wore out
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
the time we got around to
Yeah.
getting rained on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then year after that, I worked for the Penalty Ranch,
Uh-huh.
and
Where was that?
that was on the south side of the Peace River,
Yeah.
across from where the old fort is.
Hmm.
There's a bend in the river there, and there's a nice flat with some awesome black, thick loam. Grows some great crops there.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
the fellow that ran it was Rennie Denon, who came to this country in 1924, I think. I'm not sure of the year,
Yeah.
but he was one of the pioneers.
Yeah.
This Peace River country was opened up for the Homestead Act in, I'm not sure of the year,
Mm-hmm.
but it was right around the time of the First World War.
Oh, really?
So it was after the First World War that the big influx of pioneers.
Oh, wow.
And Rennie was one of them. And
Yeah.
so a lot of the stories that I write started out as maybe a story from Rennie Denon, or maybe a story from John Brown, who was another pioneer here.
Mm-hmm.
He came quite a bit earlier. He came on his way to the Yukon, to the Klondike Gold Rush.
Yeah.
And as far as anyone knows, no one ever made it to the Klondike through the Peace River country for that gold rush. And as a matter of fact, there was 2 troops of Northwest Mounted Police that attempted to come up and see if there was a trail.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was in, I think, 1896, I think it was.
Yeah.
And they built the first jail at Fort St. John on the south side of the river where this Pendley Ranch was.
Yeah.
And I believe it was in 1908 that the British Columbia Police actually took it over.
Really?
Um,
Wow.
and I think, I could be wrong about this too, but I think it was manned by a Northwest Mounted Policeman until the BC Police came in, even though it was the BC Police area.
Really? Why was that?
There was no reason for the Mounties that they had to come up to the Peace River country.
Right.
They had their own problems. But anyway, they come up here, and as I said, I think it was 96.
Right.
And they gave up somewhere around Fort Ware, I think. They gave up and went straight west to the coast and got a boat back.
Oh, really?
And so then when they came into this country to build the Alaska Highway in 1942,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the old pioneers, like John Brown, who had tried,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the early police officers, they said it can't be done.
Right.
And they were pretty surprised when they got through in just a few months.
And so, obviously you've done a great many things, but a lot of people know you from the novels you've written. So when was the first time, because you write mainly historical fiction,
That's correct.
and when did you start writing historical fiction?
Well, historical fiction was, my wife and I were on the road as a duo from 86 until 91, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we'd practice a couple of songs in the morning and
Mm-hmm.
then sit around for 4 or 5 hours to play that night wherever we were playing.
Yeah.
And think about all the things we could do at home, like splitting wood. Or
All the
such.
fun stuff.
And because she could see my desire to get doing something,
Yeah.
my wife Karen said, why don't you write some of your stories?
Yeah.
And this is stuff that I had picked up over the years, like I said a few minutes ago,
Yeah.
from some of the pioneers. So I started writing some of those stories and
Yeah.
found that there wasn't enough in them, so you had to expand on this story and so that the actual reader
Yeah.
could understand what I was saying.
Yeah.
And so over the course of 4 or 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
I developed some of these stories, and then in '96 I published the first one,
Oh, really?
The Great
96.
Liquor War.
Great Liquor War. And so that features Hank James. Does he reoccur in any of your other novels?
Yeah, he reoccurs in Homesteader,
Yeah.
Finding Sharon,
Yeah.
and well, the Liquor War takes place in Farwell,
Yeah.
which is actually, it's at present day, it's an area near Revelstoke.
Right.
And Revelstoke was named after one of the ministers of the federal government at the time when the railroad was finished near there.
Yeah.
And then the second book, The Homesteaders, takes place in Calgary area. And I tried to include various historical things. I read in one of the BC police true stories about how the BC police and the Northwest Mounted Police disagreed over who had jurisdiction of liquor sales.
Yeah, yeah.
And a guy by the name of Jerry Hill had to put up with losing his liquor over the thing. But anyway, that I created a fictitious story around that event, and that was the Great Liquor War. And then the following year, there was one of those winters that's killed a lot of livestock and a lot of wild stock too. Yeah. In the West, it was the winter where apparently there were cattle with brands from southern Alberta. Yeah. Their carcasses were found in places like Oklahoma and North Texas. Wow. And every coulee was full of carcasses of one form or another. And after that year, there was a lot of work for people wandering around with rifles to take care of the wolves and coyotes, because they were cleaning up the carcasses in there.
So sorry, and I'm sorry, Taylor, so much for doing that to the microphone.
Blew dust right into you.
Blew dust right into me. It was the microphone's fault. Sorry, continue.
So anyway, they cleaned up the carcasses, but I included that event, the following of the great freeze of that year, 86, 87, in a book called The Making of Jake McTavish. Yeah. And any relation to you, by the way?
I think there's a strong, well, what did you say, 64th, 67th cousin, I would say.
Yeah, okay.
You know what's interesting about my family? Because I believe he's McTavish, right? He's MC.
Yeah, MC.
And I'm MAC, but I am related to the McTavishes in town. And so what my dad theorized was they wanted to save money on letters. So they were like, just get rid of the A, it's fine. And then my grandfather brought it back just for my side of the family. But it's so interesting. Are the McGowans that are your 64th cousins, are they spelled differently, or is it Mick?
It's actually spelled the same.
Oh, really?
But there's also a lot of, the original name was Gun.
Really?
And it refers to blacksmith.
Really?
And Mac is son.
Right.
Or son of.
Son of blacksmith.
So Mac, son of the blacksmith.
Oh,
and so you'll find spellings that are Mac and EN instead of AN.
Oh.
And also there might not, because it started out as Gun, there might not even be a vowel there at the end.
Yeah. So Ryan and I are both writers as well. But see, now as I can't write, it's not as good as yours. But I'm interested as well in like the process of writing and what that takes, because I don't like a lot of structure with my writing. I kind of just vomit it all out and then reduce. What's your process like with writing, and is it an enjoyable experience or is it painful? Because
the first writing, the first discovery of a story.
Yeah.
I just throw it together.
Yeah.
Throw the story together.
Yeah.
The second or third rewrite, I don't mind.
Yeah.
About the fourth or fifth time, I'm starting to straighten out the wheres and the wers and the theirs and the theirs.
Yeah.
And that's starting to get. I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first two or three writes, first off, it's all fresh.
Yeah.
And we're just writing got to tell this story. I got to do. I remember a quote from Angelique Lamour, and she talks about when she was like 10 years old or something.
Yeah.
And her dad Louis L'Amour, he typed with 2 fingers. And, are you doing this? And she's standing beside him and she said, Daddy, why are you writing so fast? Because I have to find out what's happened to this guy.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it's like, I don't know if this happens to you, but I kind of just get into the character's mindset and I kind of just start following them, and they have their own voice. I imagine that happens with Hank James or Frank Spencer from the Great Liquor War, right? Like, has that happened to you?
Yeah.
Where you just kind of, they have a mind of their own, and you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You get in, and that's one of the things I like about computers.
Yeah.
When I first started, it was a
Cha-ding.
small typewriter that
Yeah.
we carried with us along with our musical equipment.
Yeah.
And if you decided to change something in chapter 6, you had to go back to chapter 1 because that changed the whole story.
Yeah. It's like non-linear.
But with a computer, if you get to chapter 6 and you stop for a minute and you say, well, no, he wouldn't do that. No, he's such and such. He's a pioneer, or he's a farmer, or he's a businessman.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't do that. There's no way he would do that. So if he's not going to do that, then he wouldn't do such and such back in chapter 2 either.
Yeah.
So you got to change that, which changes pretty much the whole thing. But with a computer, you can change that paragraph.
Yeah.
And the paragraph in chapter 4, which pertains to it.
Yeah.
And then you get back to where you decided that none of this would work. So now you haven't had to rewrite the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think that's a good or a bad thing because I'm making this episode all about me, so I hope that's okay, because I'm a narcissist. But with me,
He does this.
I do that a lot.
Frequently.
I do that a lot. I find that I overthink things, and I have to get everything exactly perfect in my first initial draft, just because it's so nonlinear and so easy to go back. I find that one of the skills that I found writing a first draft is like you kind of just have a dictaphone or like a microphone, and you just speak into it, and then it just allows you to be more linear, and you don't have to go back and do that. Do you think that is a hindrance to new and aspiring writers to have it nonlinear, or is it like this is just so much more simpler than busting out the typewriter, having it weigh 1,000,000 pounds as you're hauling it around with your music equipment? What do you think is easier in this day and age and better for the writing process?
Depends on the person that's doing the writing.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is no win.
Yeah.
Hell, I could do that.
Yeah.
Just couldn't happen.
Yeah.
And the other advantage, I think, for me anyway,
Yeah.
in doing it the way I do,
Yeah.
there's going to be some spelling mistakes, or maybe one of the wheres and whirs I was talking about a minute ago,
Yeah.
that I'm going to catch
Yeah.
when I go back to change this particular circumstance.
Right.
And then I'll say, well, there was something else that I think, and I could catch the next one too.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
and change that. That means at that particular minute, for probably an hour and a half, you're not going to write anything new. But you're going to fix up some of the stuff that you were in too big a hurry.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think it works. For me anyway, it works out to be a better story.
Yeah. Right.
And that's an important thing to me. I think of a couple famous historical fiction writers who, particularly on horses, they'll have a guy riding a double rig saddle,
Yeah.
and you get down in there 3 or 4 paragraphs, and all of a sudden he's riding a center fire saddle. And how come he changed saddles? There's a famous example of a guy who changes horses and saddles,
Yeah.
and goes across a rope bridge,
Yeah.
across a canyon, and a couple of chapters later he takes the moccasins out of the saddlebag that he always carries. Except he changed horses and saddles, so where'd the moccasins come from?
So it's better clearing up the moccasin issue with a nonlinear sort of writing process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's one of the, to me, is the most important thing for any rating. You might, I think I've written, I think Partners, I was really happy with at about the 3rd rewrite.
Is it your favorite novel you've written?
Pardon me?
Is Partners your favorite novel you've written?
I think Jake McTavish is probably my favorite.
Good choice. Just
But
the last
anyway,
one.
you get through partners, and I really liked what I'd done on the third draft, the third time through.
Yeah.
But you still have to go through it 3 or 4 more times.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be spelling mistakes. There's going to be lots of mistakes. And the other thing is, if you've written it, you're going to have a big problem editing it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times, particularly now that I'm recording them. You catch a lot of stuff when you're recording them.
Yeah.
But there'll be 2 its, 2 ands, and
That's
you
classic.
didn't see it when you read it through the 3 times you edited it.
Yeah.
You didn't see those 2 ands
Yeah.
because it's what I wrote. It's what I wrote. And I've had editors, people close to me.
Yeah.
One very good one is my daughter. She edited it for me. First one or second novel.
Yeah.
And she said she had to do it 3 or 4 times because each time she read it, she'd get the first time she was about halfway through and she started to actually read it. And she didn't edit in anything. So then she had to start it over again.
Was she too invested in the story, or?
She get involved in the story and started
good
reading
sign.
the story and wasn't doing what she was supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Well, that's what you always want as a writer. It's all
Well,
about
yeah.
turning the next page.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's always good. And so, going back to, obviously Ryan as well as a musician, and you can kind of go into this as well, but you and your wife Karen are both musicians, and you performed all around the Peace region. Specifically in Dawson, though, what was your favorite place to play at?
Favorite place to play in the Peace was the old Red Barn in Charlie Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Karen and I met in the old Dawson. We played in the park, both in the bar and upstairs in the lounge.
Yeah.
And we played in the old Windsor,
Yeah.
both the park and the Dawson and the Windsor are both gone. We played in the Chetwynd Hotel. We played in Jay's, which was out west of almost Hasler Flats.
Yeah.
Fort Hotel in Fort St. John.
Yeah.
But in this area, that's about all we played. Well, a couple of dances. We played the Jackfish Lake Hall.
Oh, yeah. Did you guys ever go to Rolla Pub?
Not in
perform?
Rolla Pub, no.
No?
I played several times in the Rolla Hall.
Oh, I see. I see. Did you guys, were you here when Kilkerran Hall was in the area?
With having started in the 60s
Yeah.
and then came back in the 80s,
Yeah.
I played in just about every hall, every dance hall in both the North and South Peace.
Yeah.
But the Kilkerran Hall I never played in.
Oh, really? Did you ever go in?
I've never been inside, no.
No. Oh, well, I've always wondered about that because that's it's going out towards FSJ, was that correct? I can't remember
Yeah,
exactly where it was. But it always...
When you go north on the Alaska Highway, northwest, I guess it is,
Yeah.
there's a 212 road, 214 road, and
Yeah.
216 road.
Yeah.
If you go right on the 214 road and the 216 road,
Yeah.
you'll go right through Kilkerran,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
one way or the other.
Wow.
And then there's another hall west of the Alaska Highway, and I'm trying to can't remember the name, but it's completely gone.
67th Cousin Hall.
Yeah, that's the place. That's the place. Yeah, that's it,
It really rolls off the tongue as I stuttered my way through my delivery. But then, for people outside our community and outside the north, people that are from Vancouver or larger towns, they always assume this area is like Amish or something. They're like, how do you get to Vancouver? Well, I drive. I don't also churn my own butter. I do that anyway, but that's just me. But, for people that are outside of our community, like how would you describe Dawson and what the feeling is like for somebody that hasn't been to this area and doesn't know what it is?
Farming community,
Yeah.
almost on the prairies. I wrote a story about some Métis people that disappeared into the Peace River country.
Yeah.
And I titled it Into the Mountains,
Mm.
because it's almost like we're surrounded by mountains. We aren't.
Yeah.
They do come around us on the south side,
Yeah.
but it almost has that feel like you're in the foothills, and not only do the mountains create a divide between us and the rest of BC,
Yeah.
but so does the feeling,
Mm-hmm.
because we're not considered part of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of great cattle country down in interior BC,
Yeah.
but a lot of those cattle are finished
Mm-hmm.
in the Peace River country because
Yeah.
it's greener,
Yeah.
and there's more to finish those animals with.
Yeah.
There is virtually no petroleum industry
Yeah.
in the rest of BC,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a big income of this area.
Yeah.
And when you add up the dollars compared to the rest of BC, I don't think the petroleum industry can be beat by anything except lumber,
Mm-hmm.
and even that has fallen off to it's probably under the petroleum industry.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And of course the interior has much more mining, that even though petroleum falls under mining.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
what we think of as mining, digging up the rock,
Mm-hmm.
is a big deal in the low and the rest of BC, and it's not a big deal here.
Right. 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 Well, how would you describe Dawson as well? Just curious.
Definitely a farming community. I think that's actually generally how I do describe it when people ask me.
Just like a farming community.
Yeah, we're a farming community kind of through and through.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody that I grew up around, like I grew up in Eris, not Dawson. So
Where is Eris in relation to Dawson?
It's on the west side.
Okay.
Yeah.
West side.
West side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, farming community, really close. Everybody here is really friendly from what I've been able to discern.
Except you and I.
Yeah, except you and I.
We're terrible. We made Dave come out in the heat in Pioneer Village.
Yeah.
Also, I'm so sorry to interrupt. We are in Pioneer Village. I forgot to mention that on camera. Pioneer Village is run by the South Peace Historical Society in the Mile Zero trailer and campground.
Park and campground.
Park and campground, and they've always been terrific to work with. We actually shot one of your trailers for one of your novels here.
That's true,
Yeah, yeah.
and it came off really well.
It did.
And thank
Yeah.
you for
Yeah.
a good job.
Well, thank you. Thank you. We obviously couldn't have done it without your storytelling ability. We were just inspired by that. So I'm so sorry I cut you off, and then I just could change completely
It's
the
okay.
conversation.
No,
Can you
that-
finish what you're saying before I ask Dave the next
That
question?
usually happens. I was about to go on a tangent of my own.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. I'm
I've-
so sorry.
I was outside the office yesterday, and this couple was walking between our office building and the building next to us, and the gentleman yelled out to me. He said, "Hey, how are you?" And I went, "I'm doing great. I'm enjoying the sun. I'm just glad it's not raining." And he said, "Oh, we could use more rain. It's good for the crops." And I said, "It certainly is. We do need more, but I'm still enjoying the nice weather." And he said, "Me too. You have a great day." I said, "You as well." That's an interaction you can't have in a larger city center.
No, you would say, "How was the day?" And they said, "Get out of my way and stop talking to me."
Yeah, like we have these brief little conversations with people that we don't know. That was a big B.
Yeah.
And they're wonderful interactions, and that's sort of what I know Dawson for, is
Wonderful.
just the little things.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that. None of the places in Ontario that I lived
Yeah.
or worked.
Yeah. Wow.
No.
Wow. But going back to the trailer again, sorry for interrupting you.
Oh, it's all right. I'm used to it.
Can you tell me your life story? And No, so you've had a number of trailers done. How does it see, because your medium is obviously just words, how does it feel to see your stuff in a more visual way and seeing it kind of come to life? Like, what does that feel as a writer?
I guess I have to go back to compare. I think I had 4 done.
Yeah.
Through an earlier publisher.
Yeah.
And they had no idea what I wrote. They didn't read any of it. They had no idea what I was talking about. The Great Liquor War.
Yeah.
I told them it was about trains, and they had a shot there that was, it must have been close to a minute long. It was just a camera alongside a steam locomotive on the left side, and you could see the wheels going. Big deal. And I wasn't impressed with any of it. Like, if I'd have had or could have found footage that I could have used, I could have made that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
anybody could make that, and they charged me for it. And your price was excellent, and you were writing something about or presenting something which was like what I wrote, or had to do with what I wrote.
Yeah.
Great. And you didn't, I didn't expect you to read the whole book just to do that. And
It was a pleasure.
I don't think a thinking person would have to, but anyway, I was impressed with the way.
Thank you.
And I think the biggest thing, you mentioned it a few minutes ago about your rating. I think I gave you a rough background.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 days later, you sent me the script. And it's not the only thing you do. I was impressed with the speed too.
Thank you. Well, it was just great working with you and just reading the story too. And we have all of your books, and we just constantly read through them as well, and they're just terrific reads. But well, thank you for saying that. But yeah, we didn't get a black horse though for Hank. We didn't get Blackie. Blackie's the name of the horse that Aaron Tremblay rides, one of the actors in the trailer. We didn't get Blackie. We got a really wonderful horse. How well are you around horses? Do you and Karen have a horse, or do you?
We did have, but when did we sell Gunner and Fista? I think when we were on the road so much.
Couldn't take care of them as much.
We couldn't take care of them properly.
Yeah.
And I know I sold Fista to Stan and Maggie Large.
Oh yeah.
They had trail rides and whatnot they did on the Large Ranch up in the lower Cache Country.
Just start again. Okay. Sorry about that. Yep.
In the lower Cache Country. And I sold Fista to them. And Fista decided he was going to run they had about 25, 30 horses that they used for trail rides.
Yeah.
And Fista decided he was going to run the whole bunch of them. So they had to get rid of him. I don't know where they sold him.
Yeah.
But still have my saddle that I had when I rode on the Penalty Ranch.
Yeah.
But good memories.
Yeah.
Some great memories. That was probably the best job I ever had. I made $5 a day.
Yeah.
And I ate like a horse.
Yeah. And so what did they eat? Just kidding.
Hay.
No, I didn't eat hay.
Oh,
no,
dang
no,
it.
No, I baked flapjacks about that big, about 4 of them every morning.
I mean, that sounds pretty terrific, not gonna lie. Yeah. I've never ridden a horse. I've never done that. So I love, they're so beautiful and such elegant creatures that I just love just looking at them. So people that ride them, just terrific. Yeah.
I still, my last few years of working life, I hauled gasoline and diesel fuel.
Yeah.
And a lot of these places I delivered to, I'd see this horse, and I just want to go over and make friends with them.
Yeah.
But had to stay away from that, because if I made friends from them, I'd have to buy them, and then I'd have to
Take
feed
care of
them.
And
always
so
enjoyed horses.
yeah.
Well, it was some of the rough string that Rennie Denon had. They had to be worked out, and there was a couple there. There was one called Spitz. He was almost white, but a lot of Rennie's horses were Appaloosa, and Spitz just looked like somebody had spit tobacco juice on his butt.
Is that why they called him Spitz?
Yes, and he was bad. He would be very, very nice, and everything was going along fine, and then you'd get off to answer nature's call and then go to get back on, and he wouldn't let you on.
Really?
And he dragged me for quite a while.
Really? So, yeah, obviously they have different temperaments and personalities, but can you tell, like, pretty quickly if one is, let's just say, gearing for a fight, and if one is a bit more calm? And
Some you can, yeah.
Yeah.
Spitz was, he was one of those that he fooled me.
Yeah.
And I had one.
Come on in.
My brother had one called Apache.
Yeah.
And he would fool you too. He'd go along and everything's just fine and everything's having a good day and look at that over there and all that. Now he'd take off into the bush and there was nothing you could do about it.
They're very Machiavellian that way.
Yeah.
You've ridden a horse, right?
I have.
You got thrown off a horse.
I got pulled off a horse by someone.
Yeah.
The horse reared, and I've never ridden a horse well, but I have ridden a horse long enough to attend my girlfriend at the time's prom.
Oh.
So we were riding her horses down for red carpet, and like I said, I've never ridden a horse well. So the horse I was on did not appreciate my presence because I didn't really know what I was doing. I had a couple weeks of practice to get comfortable on the horse, but I also have sort of a light fear of horses, and I feel like they can tell when you're unsure of yourself on them. So we made it all the way to red carpet without incident, and then just surrounded by a bunch of people with an operator who did not know what they were doing. The horse got spooked, reared up, and somebody came up behind the horse while they were rearing, grabbed onto my collar, and pulled me to the ground. I was like, I probably could have stayed on that horse if you had not done that, but thank you.
Yeah, it can get, and yes, you're right, they do. Some don't care, and that they usually wind up ending their life riding for kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But some care a lot.
Yeah.
And this is getting dangerous, and this guy on my back doesn't know what he's doing, and I'm going to leave. It's time for me to get out of here.
Yeah.
They can feel that as well, eh?
Yeah.
They can trust that and feel that. Yeah.
And, well, in Rennie's case, the two horses that I'm thinking of, Jubal I rode a lot, and Jubal he was Spitz's brother, and he would do whatever you told him to do. He'd do it.
Oh, really?
And they were both about the same size, and they both had that ugly Roman nose thing. Actually, I think Spitz probably looked a little nicer than Jubal.
Oh, really?
But Jubal was by far the better horse.
Yeah. Actually listened.
And neither one of them were stupid.
Yeah. But the one was just like, he thought he was a bit smarter than he thought. Yeah. That's Ryan and I's relationship, I think.
Yeah.
But Ryan is actually
one?
smarter.
I was going to say the same thing. We're not going to say which one. And then he said which one. So.
Oh, no, I'm very honest about my shortcomings. But yeah, I think we're going to finish things up here. But, before we go, thank you for coming on. Thank you for dealing with the heat in Pioneer Village and doing
Well, it's
all
a beautiful day, and we might as well appreciate it.
We might
Absolutely.
as well. Yeah, we might as well appreciate it. And I guess one final question is, if you could describe one thing you love about Dawson Creek, what would it be?
Home. It's home. I like the weather mostly.
Yeah.
We don't have enough rain this year. We didn't have any last year. But all in all, the weather's good. The people are good. We've got green grass. We got green trees, as long as they don't burn down. It's just altogether a great country.
It's very well put. It's very well put.
Certainly.
Awesome. Okay, let's head her out. And thank you so much, Dave. I'm stuck to my chair, I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm stuck to this one too.
I'll roll you out. Perfect.
Thanks for watching the Not Dawson's Creek podcast. Directed by Grady McTavish. Produced by Quentin Tootin and Grady McTavish. Directors of photography, Quentin Tootin and Ryan Leewood. That's me. Art director, Charlie McLean. Sound, Taylor Leewood. Camera operators, Charlie McLean and Quentin Tootin. Special thanks to the Walter Wright Pioneer Village, South Peace Historical Society, Mile Zero Trailer Park, and Dave McGowan. Bye-bye.